yeah.
Welcome back to Festival Fishbowl, where I have one time for one more guest. Fortunately, it's probably the best person in the world, Claire Hooper.
Oh my God! Shark is still here and could hear that.
Yeah, I know. He knows how I feel. He knows. You know! Right.
We were just talking about this necklace,
Yeah, I know.
which is amazing.
Very pretty.
Because I was walking through Rundle Mall today and I walked past the Aesop shop and went in to look at the Aesop stuff, and the girl there's like, oh my God, I sold you that necklace 3 years ago at Urban Cow.
Sweet
and that
and creepy.
is Adelaide.
So you
That
bought
is
it,
so Adelaide.
and you bought it next door?
Yeah, I bought it just
Or
behind
whatever.
this curtain.
Yeah, right.
No, it's like returning to the womb.
You can feel the art on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
So is that hoops? Are you just someone, you see something, you're like, I have to have it? Or are you just killing time, you didn't want a flyer, and so you spend
I
money?
bought a necklace. What's the?
It says a lot about you.
3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I bought a necklace. Yeah, I really liked it. Though I like the idea of the empty frame. I think it's quite poetic.
You have
the
to
idea
justify
that-
it. It's cool.
Okay.
It's a nice necklace.
Sounds like I do have to justify it, Jason.
Whatevs.
Okay.
So we met here at the Adelaide Fringe many years
Yeah.
ago doing a show called Hoodwinked, which was just people on stage talking crap. It was
Is
great.
that how we met?
I think so, yeah. That's how we...
That's nice.
Had a lot of shows.
Yeah, that's a lot of shows. But they don't do them
On
anymore.
stage talking crap.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a really
But no,
broad-
literally you had to lie and stuff, right? And I think... Anyway, it was a long time ago. That
Yeah,
was
I
lots of
don't
fun.
remember it very well. I remember it being fun though.
Well, fun and late.
Yeah, you know what's the best thing about it was they were like, you don't have to prepare, and I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds easy.
Good Lord, the darkness just starting next door. So what are you doing nowadays?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm unemployed now.
Sweet.
So I call it freelancing.
Mhm.
I just spent 2 years doing breakfast radio in Sydney, and that will cure you of any urge to work ever
Yeah.
again.
That's early days, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not just the time slot. It's a really strange, it's such a strange culture, and every comedian that's had a bash at breakfast radio says that that's the same thing, that it hurt them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's just so
Joy
weird.
sucking.
Yeah, it's a little bit joy sucking, which is such a shame because it could be such an amazing medium, but there's, yeah. Anyway, and I resolved that I would not be talking about that in my show, and I'm talking about it in my show.
Because you
not
forgot.
entirely.
No.
just-
Art therapy.
So your show's about
Yeah.
plums?
yeah,
Awesome.
totally about plums. In both ways. We have,
What?
in you know, in the and
Yeah.
in the.
Oh. Bag of plums.
Yeah. Not
Yes.
bad. How many have you got?
6? Isn't
Men
it normal?
keep-
Should probably check that out.
Most
Yeah.
men keep 2 in their bag. My uncle.
Oh yeah, 2 in my bag and then 4 in my mouth at any time. Hey internet,
My-
strongest.
My uncle
Yes.
only has 1. And there's an amazing story about, oh, there are so many amazing stories. Here's the thing, I really enjoyed writing this show because number 1, I love plums, and number 2, I love the other plums.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot to write about, and I ended up having to cut out all of this stuff.
Yeah,
so
and
that-
you want to get a balance. You can't, like...
Oh,
fake
Don't
Well,
do
one.
that.
yeah.
How big are the plums?
How they're giant plums.
But you don't want to be focused on one sort of plum and let the other
No,
plums
that's
go.
Yeah.
right. And then, yeah, there's so many kinds of plums. Really, really deep down and at the heart of the show, it's about the type of plums, the metaphorical plums, as in, you know, I basically realise I don't have big enough plums. You know, when people dare me to do something, yeah.
Sorry,
I think it's okay
Mazzy's
for
4 years
girls
old.
to have
Yeah.
plums. And I did spend some time trying to think of what the female equivalent was so that I could throw around that word as
Gonads.
well.
You know the ovaries and plums are both gonads?
So you could
Gonads
say,
is a medical term.
so you
Have
could
the
say,
ovaries.
check out the gonads on this
Yeah.
one. You could fully say
You've got
that.
massive
Please don't.
ovaries.
Here's what I quite like. I like the idea of the lining. She's got some lining talking to me like that. Kind of works.
Like uteral
Works in
lining?
an awful way.
Yes. But I think that that's the female equivalent of like the thing that gives you the anyway.
Yeah.
Like she's a bloody...
Like a kid
No.
couldn't punch the way out of that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's
Whoa.
whatever.
It's a bit
Anyway.
visceral now.
But the point of the show really is that I don't know when maybe about a year ago, I kind of realised that I was missing out on a richness of life that comes from saying yes to things. Like if someone dares you to do something and nobody's going to get hurt and nobody's going to get arrested, why not just get off your ass and do the fun thing?
Such as?
Oh, well.
Without doing your
We
whole
were.
show.
Oh no, fine. I mean, this is a bit of a killer one.
Really?
I was I was doing a lot of, so it kind of got to about September and I was doing a lot of yes saying. Like I was like, okay, starting now, hoops, you're going to live with plums. And so I bought a really interesting looking hat. Because I think that's what, boring people don't buy interesting hats. And I was like, and my husband hated the hat and I was like, well, I like it.
Even though you didn't really?
No, I really liked it.
Oh, okay.
I liked it until I turned on the television and I saw Cosentino, the TV magician, wearing the same hat.
A TV magician.
Yeah,
Ruined
that's
the
not the
hat.
look you want to go for.
Whatever.
That's terrible.
So I was saying yes to everything, and then when we were at this, we turned up.
Sorry,
Can
someone's
you
probably...
hear the helicopter?
Yeah. That happens
is
when
so
people need
Adelaide.
life-threatening things at the hospital next door.
Ugh, people and their needs.
Selfish.
We're trying to run whatever this is here.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
It's not TV. It is not
It's
TV.
not TV.
But at least it's not breakfast radio, so.
Yeah!
High five.
Okay. Do I even finish my anecdote?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not even that good.
I'm
After the
invested.
hat, what happened?
Well, so many things. I was walking along the street and a guy was like, do you have tired feet? And I went, yes. And he said, would you like a fish pedicure? And I said, yes. And then I said, what's a fish pedicure? And I sat with for 15 minutes.
Did you
with
do
my
it?
feet in a bucket of... Yes, I did it.
And was
of
it
course
awesome?
I did it. And it was awesome.
I nearly got one in the Singapore airport, but
See,
I
nearly.
I ran out of money.
Gross.
I had
Oh,
one
it
in
was a
Singapore.
money.
You had one?
Yeah, I've had one.
What is it? Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's these little fish. They're quite small. What's interesting is my husband had it as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they put him in the tank full of slightly bigger fish because they thought that his feet needed bigger. But the
Yep.
fishies have little sucker mouths, and they sucker off all the dead skin.
It's like a pet egg for your foot, but it's
yeah,
alive.
but it's puts instead
And
of
it's-
in the egg, the skin goes in the tummies.
And the awesome thing about it is they're really hungry, so you put your foot over it and they all swarm.
oh,
Oh.
that first moment,
And
is
then you have to
killer.
put your foot in,
Because
and
you're
they're all
like,
like,
shh, and they go like
So
this
basically-
cloud of fish comes
Yeah.
from your foot, and you're like,
It's-
"Ah!"
You're allowing
It's
fish to
creepy.
start eating you.
yeah,
Yes.
only a bit.
Really?
You could have got one for
Amazing.
free at the Singapore airport, Chong, because they have these giant koi ponds. I don't know whether it would be quite the same because they're quite.
No.
No, that would
Exactly.
just bite your foot
You
off.
could
That's
probably
There's a
go down
difference.
Melbourne,
But it's free.
the Botanic Gardens, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because the
free.
eels are totally into
It's
it.
free, but then you're the guy with his shoes off in the middle of the airport getting thrown out by security, and you're like, well, I've got a connecting flight. Tough luck, dude. Put your shoes back on, and out you go.
Yeah, you're not welcome in this country, but you don't stay here either.
Killing all the moths in the moth garden as well. The butterfly lounge.
Have
They have
you
a moth
planned
garden?
some like massacre of Singapore
That-
airport?
no, I've already been there and done these things.
Okay.
It's a thing.
That's why there's no more sunflowers in the rooftop sunflower garden.
Here's the one that got me
Yes.
that I just couldn't do was that we were. Oh well, I've given it away now. This isn't the end of the show, so I haven't given away the show.
Yeah.
We were in Rome and we were at the Colosseum and we were booked to do a Colosseum tour, and we could see everyone else turning up with the same printed out tickets in the crowds, like so we could spot all the people in our tour, and you were meant to look for a guide with this big badge on, and the guide never turned up. And like right as everyone's starting to panic, my husband leans over and goes, "You should tell them you're the guide." Amazing. And the guide just kept not turning up, and I keep going. I'm like, oh, yeah, I really should. Oh, but I'm too scared. Oh, what if I don't know enough about ancient Rome? But oh my God, these people all look really dumb. I could totally get away with it. I never know. Oh, but what if I can't get through the gate? Anyway, that's really the crisis point of my life.
Yeah.
What would you have done?
I wouldn't have had the
Yes,
plums.
you wouldn't
Like,
have had the plums.
I-
It's
I-
all
it would be an
about,
awesome
but
thing to
how
do.
much richer would your life be?
And how awesome is your husband for even suggesting it? He's a pretty cool dude.
He's all right.
He will do.
I bag him a little bit in the show.
Okay.
In fact, really, the whole show is an
About how he
attempt
has no plums.
to give him the shits, but you'll have to find out why by coming.
Awesome. Before we find out when and where your show is, would you like to play a game with us?
Yes.
All right, this is the category quiz. So every answer is also something else. That doesn't make sense.
That is
Okay, so you're
What?
I'm gonna say
Every answer is also something else.
It also
if
is.
you let me explain at
All
least
right.
twice, I'll probably let you understand it. So the
You
category
wouldn't get away with this
Oh.
on breakfast radio.
that's a reason.
Come on.
All right.
That's a reason that's also something else. Like a
So-
category.
Yeah.
So your category today, fuckface, is words that sound rude but aren't. Fuckface is not. It's just a rude word.
That's clear.
So everything here is a rude word, but it sounds like rude but isn't. For
Okay.
example, what a good cake should be.
Moist?
Yes.
All right, I
Okay.
get it.
And you're
Right. So we're going to make you say some horrible stuff. A musical style popular in New Orleans. The birthplace, potentially, of...
Not jazz.
No, it's not jazz.
It is jazz.
What? Jazz?
It's jazz.
Oh,
Do
because
it
sounds like
properly,
juice.
Jason.
Yeah.
Jason,
What?
Do it properly.
Oh, I promised Maz that when I said it, I would do this. Jazz. Right.
I like
Grow up.
Yeah, you know what? I think that adds some new meaning to jazz hands.
Ah! Oh, you're
Yeah.
gross. Okay.
Oh, I am.
A native Australian peach.
The quandong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not technically a peach. I know my stone fruits.
I looked this up on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Just shut up.
Oh,
Right. An olive-sized citrus fruit, also from Wikipedia. It's a small,
Kumquat.
Yeah, gross. If you get any
Or
of
a
these
jazz
two,
quat, if you will.
You're amazing.
a tree that
Oh,
loses
I
its a tree that loses its leaves in the autumn.
Deciduous.
Does that sound rude?
Say it how you told me in the rehearsal.
Fuck you all. Right.
Say it how you told him in the rehearsal.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
I'm gonna. I just need some people to shut up. I said it. Deciduous.
But surely any word you say.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Kind of
Yeah.
Well, it just
Oh,
got
yeah,
Maz
that's fine.
pushing his button. No, to chew.
Oh, masticate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You got something to
interesting
say about all of
anecdote.
these? Okay.
No, I cannot say.
No,
mate.
I'd love you to
I was
say
about
it.
7 years old. I'd been reading a book about koalas,
Uh-huh.
and apparently they masticate gum leaves. So of course I walked out into the kitchen, and my mum had a friend over, and I was 7, and I mean it's all right to ask big questions, but I did say it quite loudly. I just walked out and I was like, "Mum, what's masturbate?" And then she goes into this description. I'm like, I don't think that's what the koalas do.
Koalas
with
are
the leaves.
gross.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They are genuinely
Yeah,
gross.
do you know they're
though.
natural
Oh,
carriers of
syphilitic.
chlamydia?
Chlamydia, not syphilis.
Yeah,
Whatever. Just don't fuck koalas. That's
Yeah, it's
Use
really
protection.
it's really important you know that, internet. Right, a form of swimming where you look like a frog. Also sounds gross. This one.
breaststroke.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound gross. That sounds tender and lovely.
Yeah. Okay, you're not gonna like breast claw then, are you? Okay. Roasting poultry by splitting it and then flattening it out.
I don't know because I don't cook poultry.
Ah. Okay, then it's...
No, hang on.
Sometimes you go to fancy restaurants and you see this and you get like a quail.
Yeah.
And
Lay?
no. Don't you have to do it? It's
Well, sometimes it brings.
Spatchcock?
yes.
No, that's
that's
not
what it
a.
is.
Jeff
that's
Green
an
in the audience,
actual-
help me.
Hey.
But that's the actual bird, isn't it?
No, apparently it's just the way of cooking it. You spatch the. God, I don't know.
I thought it was a type of bird.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
But I've never seen one in the wild, so who knows? The spatchcock.
Yeah, that's true.
Moving on, a tall cone of
Isn't this game
profiteroles.
over yet?
There's 2 more.
A
It's
cock?
just game
No,
over.
don't just say rude words.
A crook.
A tall. Yes, a crockenbush. It's a
Oh,
MasterChef
sorry.
thing.
All right,
And
because
fun-
it sounds like a cock in bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a name for a USB stick. Put it in your computer.
A doodle?
Not close.
A fondle?
Oh, so close. Put them together. What do you
Yeah, I'm
get?
just messing with your dongle.
No, it's a cock in my ass. Is that one? Right, excellent. Plug your show, please. It would be great if you could. To the internet, who are there.
Okay, hi internet. First of all, step 1, book some tickets, come and see. I'm in the garden until the 10th of March, 8:45.
Is it aircon?
Step 2, there's aircon.
Ooh, very
Step
good.
2, stick around afterwards and let me know that you came because of this, because I'm not convinced it's going to happen.
You have every right to not be
No,
confident.
because I'm talking to internet people. They don't leave their homes.
Some of them do. Some of them do to buy more internet.
Okay.
To buy
Yeah.
more.
To go and store up on their dongles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need a couple more dongles. They don't need dongles.
You should stay there while we quickly wrap up the show because we're going a bit
Okay.
over because you're so much fun to talk to.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
That was
Sarah,
my-
quickly
that
play your
was
show.
my
Yeah.
masticating.
Hi. My show's called Sarah Jones's Magical History Tour, and it's on tonight until Sunday at 9:15 in the Valley in Gluttony.
Excellent. You can catch up with all the other shows on YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter and stuff. Here's who's coming up on tomorrow's show
Oh
as I'm
my
getting touched by
goodness.
hoops. We have James McCann, the nun of whatevers. He's co-hosting tomorrow with Wine Cabaret, Honey Ryan, AJ Ray, and the Candy Butchers. Go away now. Bye.
Bye.
Holy shit.
Well done! You just made it through an episode of Festival Fishbowl.
Also, thank Maz and Cage. I'm sorry I forgot to say that. And Josh on cameras.
Do you have the internets? Well, get on the Facebook and Twitters and watch these episodes again and again on YouTube. Thanks for watching Festival Fishbowl. Suck a dick and good night. See you next time. Well done! You just made it through an episode of Festival Fishbowl. Do you have the internets? Well, get on the Facebook and Twitters and watch these episodes again and again on YouTube. Thanks for watching Festival Fishbowl. Suck a dick and good night. See you next time.